Hello everyone. In this demo we present openclean, an open source library for data profiling and data cleaning. Openclean is motivated by the fact that data preparation is still a major bottleneck for many data science projects. To better assist data practitioners with their data preparation needs, openclean integrates existing data profiling and cleaning tools and functionality in a single environment that is easy and intuitive to use. The dataset that we're using here contains information about vaccine deliveries to various zones and woredas in Ethiopia, woredas being administrative levels unique to Ethiopia. We start by performing a couple of horizontal and vertical slicing operations to retain a limited number of rows for the Oromia region. Here we make use of the openclean stream operator that applies transformation operations on a stream of rows that are read from a data file. This is particularly useful for scenarios where we have files that do not fit entirely into main memory. One of the issues with this dataset is that it contains several spelling mistakes for the Woreda name column. Another issue is that Ethiopia uses the Ethiopic calendar, which is very different from the commonly used Gregorian one. Hence, this use case allows us to demonstrate how openclean shines performing various uncommon transformations. A cool feature that openclean provides is the openclean notebook extension. The extension activates this user interface that helps users apply transformations to samples of their data and visualize the changes before applying them to the full set. Here, for example, I noticed the numbers in the month number column contain suffixes, so I created a regular expression function that extracts digits from the values and registered it with the engine. Once registered, these functions can be accessed across notebooks and applied on any dataset. I can apply it from the menu here. The profiler instantly recognizes the new data type and plots the relevant distribution chart. More in-depth statistics about the means and standard deviations on all columns can be found in the column view. We also see that a transformation is added to the recipe on the left. Because we need this column to be a digit, we can apply this recipe to the full dataset via the apply button and wait for the kernel. The recipe, however, is a much more powerful tool. It maintains the provenance and allows users to see previous versions of their dataset and remove operations if they're not content with them entirely. Within seconds, we notice the kernel has finished applying our recipe and we are ready to proceed. Let's look at the date conversion problem. This was a slightly involved task, so luckily we found a library to help us with it. That in fact testifies the extensibility of openclean and showcases the major benefit of existing in the Python ecosystem. We can create any openclean operator from the myriad of libraries available. Openclean operators are eval functions that take in columns and transforming functions and can be applied to both streams and datasets. This eval function makes use of the Ethiopian year and Ethiopian month number columns and calculates the Gregorian date with using the convert_date lambda expression. This new column is definitely something we're much more familiar with. Let's also identify spelling mistakes in the Woreda column. Here we use the official list of regional names published by the Ethiopian government as ground truth. We see there are 216 values in our dataset that don't appear in the official list. This is where openclean's string matcher class comes to the rescue. It takes our controlled vocabulary, a similarity algorithm, and helps us create a mapping of values from the Woreda column and their closest matches. The score quantifies how similar the match values are. Instantly, we are able to see values that do not have a match, and we notice a bug that propagated during the recording of this data. These unmatched values are a combination of the Woreda name and the hosp or hospital suffix. We easily fix them by removing these stop words, update our mapping, and now there remain no unmatched values. We also notice there are values with multiple matches in our dataset. Adya matched with Adit in Adwa with the same score, and similarly many others. While there are multiple selection strategies here, the most accurate would be to have a user in the loop. Therefore, we let a user with domain knowledge select these best matches and update the mapping. Then we update the dataset and bam, we see no misspelled values left in the dataset anymore. The mapping is a valuable piece of information as it contains our findings of some syntactic errors in the Ethiopian datasets and their resolutions. I load another dataset, this one about crop production in the Oromia region, and discover there are 39 misspelled Woreda names there too. And with just one pass over our mapping, I'm able to fix the new dataset. openclean comes with a variety of additional functionality and features. We will show these additional features during the full version of this demonstration. We also prepared several other examples and notebooks that can all be found in our documentation and in the Git repository, so please feel free to check them out. Thank you.